So, hey guys, I'm here with Ricky, one of my friends, and I'm helping Ricky out with, who's also an agency owner. So, I'm helping Ricky out with a simple strategy that we use ourselves and our clients to go literally from 0 to 10K. And then those who are already at 10K, because basically 10K means you've validated your offer. So, for those who are on 10K, usually they can use this strategy to quickly scale up to 30K, 50K, 100K. Anything after that is just more traffic using the same strategy. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the three things that you need as part of this strategy in order to use Instagram or YouTube to scale from 0 to literally 100K, like we're doing so and our clients are doing so. Okay, so Ricky, earlier before the call, I was asking you what's your desired revenue goal. What's your desired monthly revenue, Ricky? Great, great. Great. And do you want to tell us quickly, in short, who are you and what you're trying to achieve, Ricky? Got it. And why are you transitioning over? Why do you want to do coaching instead of the done for you? Got it. Got it. Now another thing as well is I'm hoping the sound is being recorded on this because so Ricky has said his challenges are he's an agency owner. In case the sound is not coming on this, Ricky's an agency owner, and he wants to go away from done for you because it's time consuming. Doing done for you, and Ricky's real goal is to make 10K so he can be more time free and do the things that you enjoy to do in your life. Is that right, Ricky? Okay, so lack of time, that's an issue. The challenges of done for you, okay, doing the service, and also it's non-scalable. So uh, there's no scaling, right? So you can't scale. So the solution, what we're going to talk about is how to reach that 10K per month while having more time. Okay, so more time and scalability. Okay, so AKA he has more time and he can scale his stuff without having to depend on fully him being there at that exact moment. Okay, so what we're going to cover right now is, I'm just looking at my notes here, is the three. So essentially, the three things that you need in order to scale 10K per month, and even like I said, 30, 50, or 100K. Okay, so the goal is the first thing that you need, make sure you write this down if you're watching this, is a high ticket offer. Okay, so you need a high ticket offer. And what this means is, so a high ticket offer, what this means is you need a product whereby you can charge at a premium or at least a high ticket in your industry so that you don't have to sell a lot of low ticket. High ticket, it means you don't have to sell too much and you can sell less volume, but have more time because people are paying more. And when people pay more, it means they're paying attention. Okay. So that's the beauty of that. Okay. So a high ticket. Now, in this case, Ricky's goal is he's going to create a product where he's selling at 3K. Okay, so he's going to sell a product where he sells a once off at 3K, and this is his front end product. In the future, he'll have a back end for everyone who's graduated through the 3K. There will be buyers who of his main program, which is probably anywhere from 5, 8K, 10K. Okay, so if he sells 10 of them in a month in the back end from the front end sales, that's 100K. Okay, simple as that. So his front end offer, what all he's going to focus on in the initial 6 weeks of our program is pretty much we're going to help him create the high ticket offer, which is, again, this is going to be done with you. Okay, so it's not done for you where you do everything yourself and you deliver for the client. This is a done with you, aka this model will help him transition his done for you into a done with you so that he only has to show up once a month and spend maybe an hour or two a week answering questions in his membership because he goes from one to one. So done for you is usually one to one. Done with you is usually one to many. This is what you want so you can scale so that in the future he can hire coaches will represent him and then serve the many people in his membership in his program. Okay, so he's going to sell a high ticket offer, so you need that, a high ticket offer. Of course, in the program we go in depth on how to create the high ticket offer, how to create a one that actually transforms people. Remember, people don't buy coaching, they don't buy programs like that. They're buying solutions, they're buying transformation. Okay, so they're not buying for the content. Okay, so with a high ticket offer, you need to have a good niche within that. So we're not going to talk about that. This is mainly about the strategy that you need to get the results fast. Okay, but understand, in order for you to create a high ticket offer, it obviously has to be irresistible, and it has to be focused on a specific niche. And again, that's all part of our program that we have in our business scaling program. Okay, so the number one thing you're gonna need is a high ticket offer. Number two, you're gonna need a booked call funnel. Almost couldn't talk there. I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so write that down. You're gonna need a booked call funnel. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the three components of what a booked call funnel has. In order, what you need in order to create a high quality booked call funnel. Okay, because for us to sell to these people, we need to get on a phone. Okay, so the idea is that when you put everything I'm showing you together, you will have traffic and people booking calls, and your job then is then to use our script inside the program, our 7-figure script, sales script, follow it to a T, and it will turn those booked calls, those strangers, into high ticket clients, people who are coming to you ready to buy from you. In fact, if when you do this right, you sell to people before they even come on the call. That's the goal of this whole strategy. Okay, when you put these three components together, number one, you don't just get qualified people. No more tire kickers. You get people who are hot, who are that 20% who are ready to buy yesterday. Okay, not only that, they have already been sold to, because your funnel does all the selling. You literally just show up, answer one or two questions, give them the solution that they're looking for, and then they're like, right, how do we get started? How much is the program? Here's my 16 digits on my card. Simple. So it's great if you're an extrovert or introvert and you don't like selling, okay? Because there isn't much selling needed after that, right? So you're going to need a high ticket offer, you're going to need a book call funnel, and then you're going to need traffic. So we're going to look at traffic as well, right? And that traffic, you're going to need traffic. And then here's the big thing that most people don't know about, because you can get traffic from anywhere. You can get traffic from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the whole lot, but we're going to focus on the one platform. Now, if you're already getting results, I would focus on adding YouTube. It's massive. We do a good 4 to 6x return easily from YouTube, and sometimes a little higher than that. However, if you're just starting out, YouTube's a little bit expensive. I wouldn't use YouTube. I would use Instagram, and I'll explain exactly the strategy you need to use for Instagram. So you need to get traffic, and this is what most people don't know about: setters. You can get commission-based setters. A setter is essentially someone who books an appointment for you, okay? And I'll explain more about that momentarily. So the three things you're going to need is a high ticket offer. Again, in our program, we teach you exactly how to do that and position yourself as authority. So get into the program if you need that, or ask us questions, or join our free group. Okay. The second thing you're going to need is a booked call funnel. Okay. I'm going to show you exactly how to put that right now. I'm going to give you all that good stuff. And then lastly, the traffic campaign and setters. So you need traffic, people coming to you. Okay. So does that make sense, Ricky? Awesome. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So with that being said, what I'm gonna do here, oh, I didn't even know you can move stuff like that. That's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do here now is talk about. So I'm gonna talk. So we understand that now. I'm gonna talk about this high ticket offer. So let's look at the numbers before we get started. Let me just zoom in here. The numbers before we get started. Okay. So in terms of numbers, for us to for us to do 10K per month, we need to know exactly how many booked calls we need. So let's say in Ricky's case, his product is going to be 3K, right? So the product is 3K. Okay, so we've done the numbers already to speed things up. So the product is 3K. Therefore, if the product is 3K, well, we need to know how many number of sales we need to make, number of sales in order to hit that sale, to hit the goal of 10K if the product is worth 3K, right? So how many sales do we need of 3K? And we came up with just average 4 sales a month. In So if we get 4 sales, 4 times 3, it gives us what's that? 12, is it? Yeah. Gives us 12K, which is even better than 10K, because we have money to put back in our ads and more for savings and to do what we want. So we only need to hit 4 sales in a month. Now, then the next thing we need to calculate is, well, if that's the goal, well, then how many what's the number of um appointments so how many sorry, we worked out first the conversion rate, okay? So what was it that we worked out there already? Right, got it. Got it. So just so we're clear here, guys, here we worked on conversion rate. How many sales are sorry, how many people we can convert. If we had 10 people coming to us, how many of these people we can convert into a sale? Conversion. Jeez, I can't spell. Rate. So if Ricky had 10 people come to him, Ricky told me he can normally convert about two, which is 20%, one and five, which is actually standard. Now, Ricky can actually do a lot more than that. This is, if you do everything right, you should be at a 30% minimum when you have the VSL, everything nailed down. But just in this case, let's say 20%. So what does this mean? So now we need to know how many booked appointments. Remember, we sell through booked appointments. So we need to know how many booked appointments we need to make in order to we need to generate in a month in order to get four. How many of those are they? Yeah, great. So this is representing 20. What isn't that writing here? So we need, guys, this should be calls. Jesus. So we need to get 20 book calls. I don't know why that's not right. So we need to get 20 book calls to convert 20 of these into sales, guys. Does that make sense? Why is this not working? Okay, so yes, correct. And then four of these, and then that works out. How many did we say is that per day? Yep, exactly. So what's that? Yeah, exactly, which is really important, by the way. So and just so everyone knows, in the future, when you have everything nailed down, you can get closers who will close for you. So for me, for example, I'm getting to that position where I have a lot of calls coming in. The setters are setting up everything, and soon I'm gonna have closers who you only pay on commissions, right? You can pay them 10% to 20% commission, so they will do everything for you. You just have to deliver. Obviously, you don't want to do that until you've tested everything and you're already closing, because when you get them and you're not closing, there'll be issues, right? So per day, number of book calls per day, he only needs one per day. That's it. So how difficult is that? And that's the strategy. This is exactly what we need to achieve. So realistically, the most important thing that you need to achieve every single day is getting booked appointments. So getting booked calls. You can call it booked appointments, you can call it booked calls, whatever you prefer. Does that make sense? So every single day, and this mouse is not writing, every single day, you just need more booked calls. Okay. And it's that simple. So now, if we understand book calls are what we need in order to scale up, like we can see here, we have our high ticket offer. We need a booked call funnel in order to get calls. Well, before we can get traffic to that funnel, here's the components that we need in that funnel. Now, let me just refresh this because it doesn't seem like the mouse is working. So what we need to do here, okay, now, why is this happening? I'm going to switch over to, maybe it's my computer. I'm going to switch over to something different. So, again, going back to what we're talking about, guys, in order for us to get more book calls, we need to understand. I think it's my mouse. In order for us to get book calls, we need to understand how to lay out this sales funnel. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to move this over. I really should have practiced this before using this tool. I don't know, Ricky, you said Canva is better, yes? So maybe next time, I will use Canva because everything is breaking here. Um, okay, so now we're talking about the book call funnel. So make sure we write this down. So here's how the book call funnel looks. Okay, so this is representing the BK for booked call funnel. Okay, so you need this booked call funnel. So the first thing you need is, number one, you need traffic. So T for traffic. Okay, so you need traffic. Okay, now I'm using this pad is really not working, right? So you need traffic. Okay, number two, what you need, so you need traffic, and then the second thing is you need to send that traffic to a opt-in page. Okay, now in the program we give people our full booked call funnel, so you can just plug and play. But this is essentially what you need to do. Okay, so if you're not in the program, you can just mirror what we're showing you here. So you need an opt-in page. This is where people opt in order to give you their contactable details. Now on the opt-in page, what's really important, what we used to do it wrong, was we never gave what we did was we used to just ask for an email address. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is ask for the name, email, and put in a phone number. When we include phone numbers, we used to think that, hey, our conversion rate is going to drop. But no, if you say the right things on the form, people will give you the phone number. So instead of just asking for a phone number, say, hey, enter your phone number here so we can text you the training. That line alone has increased actually our conversions, and we're getting on a phone call with the right people. And I'll explain why that's so important, because this right here is going to add an extra 70% of profits into your whole funnel. So if you don't put in a phone number or option, you're losing out. So people, you get traffic, and again, the traffic you're going to get is Instagram ads. So you're going to get traffic to an opt-in page. Okay, so this is part of your funnel. Then this is the magic sauce. You need to have a VSL that converts. Now, you don't need to have a VSL, a video sales letter, aka a presentation. So your VSL could be 15 minutes. You don't need to go in depth about who you are, what you do, and a whole lot. The most important thing you can get on here is really to tell them that this is for them, and then to show them three kinds of people who it's for or how it's worked for them. And then you're telling them to book a call. Most people have insecurities, limiting beliefs, and if you talk about the technicalities, it's not solving a problem, therefore they're not going to buy. So what you need to do is talk about them and the kinds of people, the three limiting beliefs that different people have had. Like one limiting belief represents a person, another limiting belief represents a different person, another limiting belief, and you show that by either case studies. If you haven't got those results, you can talk about other people who have done something similar and talk about them. It doesn't matter. People don't care if you got the results or not. They just want to know this method that you're talking about. It can help someone like me, because guess what? I have no confidence and I can't sell. So yes, I can get booked appointments. Yes, I can get this, but I can't sell. Or maybe it's another person saying, I just really not good at delivery, blah, blah, blah. So you got to you got to get someone to see themselves in it by seeing a testimonial, a case study. Okay. So that's what the VSL does. And then the final thing is the fourth step here of your VSL is you have your calendar page. Okay. So this is where they book a call. This is where people book a call with you. Okay. So the goal here is that when people go through the VSL, just so you know, on average, it's about, for every 10 leads, one will book a call. So for every 10 leads you get, one will book a call. So I'll talk to you about setters, because that's really important. But that's the goal, okay? So you get people to go all the way through this. They will book a call to talk to you on how you will be able to help them so you can sign them up. Does that make sense? Awesome, awesome. Now, what I want to do here is talk to you now about, so that's the booked call funnel. So literally it's that simple. So again, remember, the goal of a consultant or a coach, you need to be generating appointments every single day and doing appointments. If you're not getting appointments, stop working on your offer. Again, you don't need to have an offer to get started. In the program, I'll be showing you, Ricky, how he can go from zero offer, no videos, no nothing, to having an offer, getting his first initial set of clients, and recording as he goes, rather than wasting a lot of time building something that doesn't resonate with the market and it's outdated, right? You need to know what people are going through. Why not get started, get them to pay while you set that up. And here's the thing: most people think, oh, well, people won't pay if there's nothing there. Yeah, I started this way. A lot of people start this way. It's fine. You just tell them you're getting started. You'll give them a beta. Maybe the program will be 3K, so I'll get you in 50% off because if you allow me to record the calls and stuff like that. And most people are happy if they get that incentive. Plus, they prefer to be early stage because then they get to be the ones to dictate the future of that program, because that's then it's solving their problem. You know what I mean, Ricky? So that's the book call. Now we've spoken about the book call. Now what I want to do is talk about now the traffic and the setters. Okay, so if you understand that, let me maybe go back here. Let's see, will this work? Okay, it's still working fine. So we're gonna talk about the setters over here. Now, the third thing I told you about, guys, earlier, this thing just doesn't go away like a bad credit. Okay, we're gonna talk about the setters, the traffic. So I told you we spoke about the high ticket. We then spoke about the high ticket offer. Then we spoke about you need a book call funnel so you get more. Now we're gonna talk about the traffic and the setters. Okay, so traffic again, like I said, in this case, you focus on Instagram if you're making less than 10K. Why Instagram? Well, guess what? The reason why you want to focus on Instagram is because Instagram almost acts like your VSL. You understand? With Instagram, it's low cost, so it costs low to get good traffic. Okay, low cost, so you don't need a big budget. You can spend about maybe 5 to 10 pounds euros, $5 to $10 pound euros per day if you want. Okay, to get booked calls, so it's a low cost. Also, it acts as a VSL, aka people can, when you send traffic, you send traffic to your profile, and from there people can see your content, so they can see content, all your content. So you start to indoctrinate people. You talk about the problems, the beliefs, all the stuff that people go through in your offer. Essentially, instead of watching a big long VSL right there from your feed, they can see all the content and will watch all that. And if it makes sense, then they will book a call. And lastly, then it allows you to have more conversations directly on Instagram. So remember, you make more money as a coach consultant. To sell your program, your course, you need to have conversations. So in order for you to have more conversations, rather than just wait, you can indoctrinate more people by having conversation in the messenger. Okay, so Instagram has messenger opportunity, capability, so that you can actually have conversations with people. So this should spell messenger. So I'll give you an example of what I mean by this in case you're not familiar with Instagram, which I know Ricky is. But hopefully I'm logged in here. Okay, I'm not. So let me just log in. In fact, let me just okay, let's see. Will this log me in? All right, I'm in. So you see here, if I'm sending traffic to my page itself, if I'm sending traffic to the page itself, well, guess what's happening? Traffic, I'm sending traffic to the page. My bio is updated with my link to the VSL. But more importantly, people will go and scroll and read and listen to what I'm talking about. So the more they consume this content and then they book a call with me, the more likely they are to convert higher. Or not only that, when they sign up, when they come to my page because I'm sending traffic, they will see the bio. And again, we help our clients optimize their Instagram, the whole lot in the program. But in here, they will see that, hey, they will see what I do exactly, how I do it, and then they'll say, hey, I want to book a call. So when they want to book a call, the VSL, again, this is so important. This thing prints like money. This VSL is what I was talking about earlier. This is our book call funnel. People will come through this, they'll fill out their details. So let me say here, Ricky, they'll fill out their details. They normally give us an email. Again, this is just test, and a phone number. um, Once they fill out that details to get the VSL, they land on a page similar like what you see here. Again, we give this VSL to our clients, and we also help them and students put it all together. So in here, they will watch this training. You hear that, Ricky? Yeah. Okay, fine. So the VSL is playing there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. By the way, I don't know if you can see my camera. Can you see here? It's already told me someone's opted in. So normally I call them, my team calls them, whatever. But anyway, the point is that if someone opts in here, they go through, they watch the training. Normally they look at the testimonials. Again, if you don't have testimonials, you don't need to have testimonials. Obviously, I've just put them in there, but you don't have to have that. And again, you could talk about how other people are having success with something similar. Maybe you've learned that method from a mentor you have, and that mentor has success. Whatever it is, the situation, you can talk about. It doesn't have to be you giving the success. So once they've watched this, they will click in here, and then they will schedule a time to talk. And once they've gone through this survey, so and again, we have a survey in here, and this survey will qualify the leads so that we know, hey, this person is a hot lead, and they're definitely qualified, so that the sales team will know who to talk to. Or in your case, if you're just starting out, so you just know exactly who to talk to. And then also there's psychology written in this sales, in this calendar. Again, we give all this to our students. The idea there is that it gets someone ready, right? It's priming them up. So when they come on the call, they're selling you why they should be in the program, rather than you selling to them. Okay. So you need traffic. You need traffic, sending traffic to your Instagram page. Okay. So the content you put in here is vital. Again, in the program, we talk about how to create this content, how to quickly create hundreds of pieces of content within a few hours, and then have it all automated, sent out. And also we also help our clients get setters who appointment setters who will actually do the marketing for you, so you don't have to. You just record, they will edit and put it all together. Now that you know that about traffic, so obviously the more traffic you get, that then converts into about 70% of that usually will go and either message you or just go to the VSL. Okay. Now sorry, not 70%, about 30% of that's the opposite. 20-30%. Let's say you get 10 people, 3 people, one might click and book a call, go through your VSL. Another 2 might just look through and then follow you. So you're looking to get more followers, because that's an audience of people you can sell to then. So you're trying to get more followers, and you're trying to get from the followers, you're trying to get engagement. So 70% of traffic, between 70 to 80% won't do anything. And that's where people leave out the money. So I want to tell you about the setters now. So this is what we also do in the program. We get our clients to implement setters. Okay. So with setters, these are people who essentially are working in the Philippines or India, wherever, with excellent English, great training. So in our program, we have a list of setters we give to our clients. But the idea is, so we help them recruit these setters. But the idea is that these people, you pay either commission based or maybe $1 or $2 an hour to do full time's work for you, for your business. So with a setter, we can essentially pay them commissions to set appointments. So you don't need to pay them anything until they book you an appointment. And what they will do is, in the program, we show you how to use the scripts, the whole lot. But the people who follow you, they will reach out to them, send them messages, act as on your behalf. They'll send them messages. They'll also book appointments through using the DM messenger script that we give our students to give to their setters. So again, if you're starting out, you can get a commission-based setter, or you just do it. So the more followers you get, the more people you who you can contact and get more book calls. So if you get 10 people, usually 2 will book a call. So all you got to do is run a 5 to 10 day traffic campaign. Now, there's the way you set up the traffic campaign and the whole lot is all in the program, but it's as simple as that. You send people, you build up your following, you get having conversation with these people, they book a call with you, and you close. It's as simple as that. So if your offer is 3K, you have a 20% conversion, you know your numbers. You need 1 booked call a day, and guess how much? And you can spend about $5 to $10. $5 to $10 in a month to get 20 calls in a month. Essentially, it's that simple, and therefore you could spend literally 20 about 5 to 10 dollars, pounds, euros to get the 20 calls. Right, you get traffic and use up that traffic, and you make 10K. So would you spend 5 to 10 a day to make 20K, which is, what's that? What's $5 a day in 20 days is what? Is like 100. Yeah. Yeah, 100 too. So would you spend 100, 200 to make 10K? Of course you would. And that's absolutely. And it's that simple. So again, recap. It is really simple to get 10K per month selling your knowledge, your expertise. All you need is a high ticket offer. So if you don't know how to do that, we show you that in a program. Or if you already know how to do that, great, do it. And again, this is an offer where you do not have to be there. The goal is that what happens is people will join one of your programs, which is maybe we recommend like 6 week program. So Ricky can create a 6 week program. Well, they'll go through that program, they'll watch that program, and the idea is that they will do the exercises. We'll help Ricky create all that. So they watch the program, do the step by step, week 1 to week 6, and then they get a result that they want, and then later they're happy. So this should be a smiley face. They're happy, and they say, "Hey, I want to join your other programs. Can you hold my hand more? I'll pay for your mastermind instead of the 3K. I'll pay you the 10K now because I can afford it, or 20K because I'm actually making 5 to 10K a month myself now." So the idea is that all you've got to do is just get onboard people, get more booked calls, onboard people, like on an enrollment call. This should spell onboard. You onboard people on a call. You wake up and you have your calendar open, and you can see how many sales you have. Say the next problem you have is just how many sales calls you can fit in your calendar. Now this is not including my team's calendar. Usually there's a lot more. You can see here there's a lot of calls. So people book a call, then from every 5 book calls, I'm closing one. So every day you're like, oh, I have 5 calls today. I'm making my 3K today. Every day, simple as that. You're printing money. You keep traffic coming through, and at the end of the day, you're just doing calls. So you keep your traffic coming. You do your calls. People come in your program. You show up on a group call for 1 hour once a month, and then maybe an hour, 2 hours a week. You answer any questions inside the program that they will be in, and then it's as simple as that. Then and you just scale up. That's it, right? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is right now Ricky has just joined the program, so we're gonna head on over and talk about the next steps. So if you are on the fence and you're thinking about starting, your time constraint, and you're looking to make more money and have more of time freedom as well as financial freedom, absolutely book a call with us. There'll be a link somewhere on this video. Just book a call. It won't be a sales call. Listen, I'm just gonna literally figure out where you are and where you want to be, and if the gap it suits you and you suit the offer, I'm just going to give you a pitch to get started, and it'll be that simple. Otherwise, if you don't fit it, I'll give you recommendations, or you can join our free group, or while you get the knowledge. I have a lot of videos there to start going until you can afford our main program. All right, so we're going to hop on off there now and go over